Welcome to the Be Legendary podcast. This is a place where we'll kill excuses, smash goals, and be legendary. Once again, I'm your host, Beamer, as always, and I just want to start off by thanking everybody that's tuned in so far. Feeling a little bit like Mike Jones. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me, baby. We're coming with some heat. And to cool down a little bit from the last episode, which was straight fire, straight truth, straight from the heart, I wanted to send a message called the ripple effect. And you've probably heard of the butterfly effect, and when you think of the ripple effect, I think of, skipping rocks on water. And if you think of a nice, clear lake, very calm, very still, what happens when you skip a rock across it is it puts out different ripples. And the crazy part about life is the way I've met some of the coolest and best people are through straight what people would think coincidence. And I don't believe in mere coincidence. So to take you back to the end of the last story, when I was just fired, of course the only thing I could do to drown my sorrows was go to Papado Seafood Kitchen. And if y'all ain't been there, I got to put a plug for them to be an unofficial sponsor. You got to get in there. Get you some oysters, get you some etouffee. That place is legit. So I pull up to one in Irving, Texas, and I walk in and I sit at the bar. And of course, there's a gentleman and a few ladies next to me, and this guy seemed really upbeat, really fresh, really vibrant. He looks at me, he's like, "Hey man, how you doing? I'm Corey." I'm like, "Hey bro, what's up?" I'm a little standoffish at the moment. I just got fired. And he's like, "Man, what are you doing?" "Well, Corey, I'm sorry. I told him that I had just separated from the company I was working with, going to go do my own thing," which technically was true. I didn't give him all the details. But, he was so proud of me. And I'm going to have him on to tell a story. I've already talked to him. "Bro, we're going to get you on." But he led me to his book that he had written. And I'll save his story for one of the next episodes when I start getting into the interview portion. But he had a book entitled Never Give Up. And isn't it crazy that the very first person I meet or talk to after I've been fired is a gentleman from Maryland who was just in town for a Cowboys-Redskins game, has an awesome, amazing story, and the title of his book is Never Give Up. And that's when it hit me. I said, I gotta be successful. This is just a bump in the road. I'm going to get through it. I don't know how. And as I fast forward even farther, I got my real estate license and I started working at Keller Williams. People like Katie Backus, Candace Hernandez, Linda Lyons, Ben Marquez, Greg Kilroy. The list goes on and on. I just named a few. Looking to get them all on too, just a plug for that. But people that they didn't know who I was or what I had just been through, but they offered up their time, opportunity to work under them to help me. And eventually, I didn't pan out in real estate. I found something that suited me better, but it just hit me that, man, there are so many good people. And for me, when we go through life and we meet different people, there's a ripple effect, not just with people on us, but how we are on other people. And I think with today's day and age, we sit behind social media, we say whatever we want, we're behind a keyboard. We need to keep in mind that those are real people and they have real stories and they're going through some real shit. They're going through stuff in their life that, we don't even know. Social media only tells you the good things. And that's why I want to come through here, show you the in-between, show you the nitty-gritty. Of course, we want to focus on the good, but to give you hope and give you power that, hey, no matter what you're going through, chances are somebody's been through it before. Chances are somebody's been where you're at and they've come out and been successful. And chances are somebody's been through where you're at and they haven't been. And what are the differences between those people? And that's really what it's all about. I think a few people that come to mind for me is an individual that works for us at Helio Sun, and I met him in an El Pollo Loco restaurant. 24-year-old punk kid named Sina Arasta, and he's from basically Russia. He's Russian and Iranian, and he came to this country as an immigrant. And only having been in this country 12, 13 years, he is legit one of the best salesmen I've ever met. And just by me running into him at an El Pollo Loco restaurant in Fresno, California, that probably shouldn't have ever happened. I actually drove past the restaurant, felt impressed to turn around and go back to it to eat lunch. Just by a 10 or 15 minute conversation with him He thought he was going to recruit me, but hey, I got him over, and he literally tripled his income. He was making over $100,000 a year, and he came to us in his first year and made 3 to 4 times that. And yeah, it's not all about me, and it's not like I made him who the person that he is, but it's just these little instances in life that turn on small hinges. And I believe that, there's so many people out there that want to bring you down. Believe it or not, about 5 years ago, I attempted to writing a book. At 25 years old, I wanted to share my experiences through a divorce that I went through. And it was called Recreating Your Journey. It was basically to help you, overcome the past, live in the future and create, or live in the present and create whatever future you wanted. And I sent it out to some people, and of course, people I know gave me good reviews. But a coworker at the time, she had sent it to an author that, she knew personally, and the author really liked it. But the author shared it with her teenage son to say, hey, I think this is really cool. I think you could hear from it. And they sent me feedback via email, and I didn't know he was a teenager at the time, but his email, man, it was hard. He told me it was sucked, and I was arrogant, and I was selfish, and I was all about me. And, that one conversation from somebody I didn't know, it took the wind out of my sails. And yeah, in hindsight, I shouldn't have cared. I don't care now. There's going to be people, I think 20% of y'all that are watching this are because maybe you know me and like me personally. Another 20% aren't going to like this because it's something positive and something they wonder, why should I listen to him and why is he better than me? But, it's the other 60% that, hey, they could go either way. And that's, my job is to bring these stories to you and to bring my story to you so that you want to be a part of Legendary Nation. And that's what it's all about. So at the end of the day, y'all, let's be a voice for good. Let's be a voice for change, for the better. As we saw in the last episode, the system can and will fail you. So what are you going to do when the system fails you? Are you going to be a ripple for good, or are you going to be a ripple for evil? Hey, over here at Be Legendary Nation, baby, we're all about that good.